I'm feeling very confused.
Yellow shoelaces.
Hey guys, welcome back to Yellow Shoelaces. Today is going to be a movie review slash rant, mostly rant. So before I get into this movie, I want you guys to know that I'm going to be sipping on some blood orange and black raspberry Pellegrino water, salsa water, which I love. It's delicious. And I want to stay hydrated and focused so that I can get through this review, as god awful as this movie is. We're going to get through it, me and you. Delicious and refreshing. So, before I start, I want to say that I went in with high hopes. High hopes. I had high hopes. And my hopes were shattered. Because Godzilla versus Kong, wow. Wow. And that's not a good wow. Now, when I saw the billboards, I was like, oh my God, I have to see this movie. I'm going to go to the theater and see it. This is going to be awesome. I remember Godzilla from back in the day, just the whole screeching and just tearing up the city. But he did it for a reason. So just kind of cute, cuddly, and baby Godzilla, had to stomp his tail, get his little fire started. So I know that Godzilla. I know King Kong, just, this mighty beast, super strong. And he didn't take anything from anyone. He just wanted to go home and be free. Be free. He didn't want to perform for audiences or anything. And he wanted to get the girl. Okay, they weren't having no babies or nothing, but, he wanted a little young thing on his arm. Fine. Those are the creatures that I know. This movie right here, when I tell you, they took the writers, put them in a room and said, you have a week. You have a week to come up with something that people are going to pay their hard-earned money for and not question you initially. So, didn't go to the theater, and I'm glad I didn't, because if I had, they would owe me half of that movie ticket. And I say half because I would have went in willingly to watch it. So that half was my fault. But the fact that you put this out in theaters and expected people to pay for it, that half is your fault. That's your fault. So we get to the couch. I have my popcorn, which was the best part of the movie. Nice comfy pajamas. I'm sitting down and I am oh so ready. Kong versus Godzilla. Yeah. Now, first 5 minutes, I'm already confused because there is so much information. We see this crazy podcaster guy who works for this plant, radioactive chemicals. He's just like going on some theories about Cheetos and Frito-Lays and just where's Waldo and some other shenanigans. You just kind of have no idea. Then you have this young girl who's, telling her dad that for some reason or other, she knows why Godzilla is after Kong because of listening to this crazy guy's podcast. Please don't knock all podcasters. It's just him in this movie. So she has a sidekick, some English bloke. Yes, I said it, English bloke. They just go together. So they're working together. Her dad is not listening to her. He's just like, basically, shut up, you're dumb. You don't know nothing. I know everything. Godzilla's not agitated. He just wants Kong. So we see Kong in this serene environment, waterfalls, mountains. Come to find out that's all fake. So we're now in 10 minutes of the movie. So we see this little girl, Cutie Pie. She's actually another good part of this movie. Actor-wise, mind you, she was deaf and spoke sign language. Signed. And acting was phenomenal. She was the only actor in here that you just, felt something for, because the rest of the cast sucked like blow pops. And it was really bad. So with this conspiracy theorist, he's in this plant that Godzilla just blew up. Now Godzilla comes out of nowhere because he wants Kong. And we still don't know, like 15 minutes into the movie, why he wants Kong, only because this girl feels like Godzilla's being agitated because these are two alpha male monsters and they just need to get to each other. And again, I don't know the whole Monsterverse situation, so I don't know if they already had beef. I don't know. I'm a newbie. I like the characters, but I felt lost. And I'm pretty certain that people who are more familiar with the whole Godzilla Kong series, I'm sure that they felt lost. Please, comment section, let me know what your thoughts are if you saw this movie. If you didn't see this movie, you shouldn't be listening to this. But I think you should be because I'm saving you. I'm saving you. So we find out the little girl knows sign language because Godzilla just pops up out of nowhere. There's this whole fight. That's my version of Godzilla. And it wasn't even a cute, like, back in the day. It was just like some whole, yo, what's up type growl. And Kong is like, what did I do? What did I do? Now, Godzilla looks like some amped up bodybuilder. Like he's been in the gym like 7 days a week. Like, I'm just saying, if Godzilla was a dude on the street, he would be getting girls. Because the writers, I don't know how they dressed him up as this type of water dragon. But Godzilla was like, he lifting some weights. On the other hand, Kong was like grandpa. Like, he was so weak and frail looking. If they gave him a walker, I think that would have just like totally been justified because you felt sorry for him. I went in there as a Godzilla fan. I love them both, but I went in there as a Godzilla fan. But I felt so torn because I felt sorry for Kong. I felt sorry for him because he had no idea. It was like dementia or something in Kong because he didn't know where he was. He didn't know what he did. And he's just like, basically, I want to go home. And we know this because we know the little girl is teaching him sign language, which her mother didn't know, by the way. So when we find out that the little girl is teaching Kong sign language, at this point, I'm like, okay, now it's going to get good because we didn't know that before. We just happened to find out when Godzilla comes and wants to fight him. And now that, we see this is where the juicy part's going to happen. No, it didn't happen. So they're living on some type of rig, ship type situation. Godzilla comes out of the water. Kong is like, you know what? I'm not even going down like that. We're going to fight it out. They're fighting, they're tussling, ships are being smashed. And I don't even know how all this happened. I swear to you, I blinked and we're already in this situation. I'm sorry. I'm going to drink some more of this Pellegrino because this movie is drying me out. Refreshing and satisfying. So, they're tussling, they're fighting in the water. And at some point, they're deploying these water bombs so that they can distract Godzilla because they don't want Kong to die. So they deploy these bombs, they disperse in the water. There's this huge explosion. Godzilla swims away. Kong comes out of the water and he's just like, he's done. He's tired. He just looks winded. He's out of it. Like, he's just still, what's going on? You guys, what did you do? This is your fault, not mine. So we're in, 15 minutes? Mind you, this movie felt like it was going on for 3 hours. So we're at the 15-minute mark. So we kind of find these three stooges, the podcaster, the young girl who tried to tell her dad, and her little English sidekick. They're running around like they're comic relief, but nothing was funny about them. And I still don't even know what their purpose was. I think at some point in the end of the movie, they were supposed to bring it all together, which didn't happen. But we know that they're there for a reason. Some reason, you're hoping. And so they're just having these crazy discussions about like lollipops and candy and Cocoa Pebbles or whatever they were talking about. Because again, I'm zoning out now because I really want to turn the movie off. And as bad as it is, I kept it on because one, I needed to finish my popcorn because that was good. And two, I needed to know what happened at the end. No matter how bad a movie is, I need to find out what happened at the end. I don't want to hear someone comment or reviews about it. And you're probably saying the same thing. Why should I listen to your review about it? Believe me, go watch the movie and come back to this review and you will agree with everything that I'm telling you. I guarantee you that. So they move Kong to this different environment, kind of snow filled with, I don't know, just these rocks. It looks like mountains and wherever he was. So at this point, we're kind of thinking, okay, what's going to happen now? We're going to find out why Godzilla wants to hurt him. Wrong again. So the little girl, after everyone finds out that she can sign, with Kong, they're asking her like, look, we need to get him into this different universe, and she doesn't know what's going on, but they know that they need to keep Kong safe. So they're like, listen, girl, tell him he needs to go down into this little trap. It looks like a little makeshift cave. So she's basically telling him like, look, your family might be down there. He didn't give it a second thought. Kong is like, my family, I want to go home. And because he kept signing home. So she's like, your family might be down there. So he's like, okay, I'll go down there based off of what you're telling me, little girl, because you're the only one that I like. Because, the mother was like, why didn't you tell me that you can sign? She was like, because Kong didn't want me to, because he's scared of y'all. He thinks y'all going to kill him. So he goes down into the hole and, they might as well just kill him because like he's free falling, but apparently no gravity. He's kind of floating around, but they have like this supersonic jet, which goes into this hole after him. And it just becomes like this alternate universe. There's like this other monster down there with like bat wings who kind of like wraps himself around Kong, trying to kill him. But, Kong kind of rips him apart. And you're just kind of like, where are we right now? I felt like there needed to be a part 1 to this movie because I totally felt like I was missing something. I'm lost. I'm sitting here eating popcorn, not sure how I even got to this movie at this point. This was supposed to be Kong versus Godzilla, right? Okay. Wow. So after I woke up from my second nap, I was somehow in a part where they're in the city now. So you have all these people running around. Ah! Mind you, this has been going on. Godzilla's been like causing chaos in the city, and you're only just now running around in the train station. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. He's smashing through buildings. Oh, I forgot this part. He's smashing through buildings because there's this evildoer who kind of runs this chemical plant who's making this Megazilla, this metallic Godzilla. Why? Don't ask me because I still don't know. I still don't know why. I'm guessing because when Godzilla comes to town, like, after 5 years of being not in town, he's going to need this Megazilla to fight that Godzilla. And this is exactly how I felt. So I feel your pain, but you're going to bear with me like I bared with that movie. We're going to get through this together. So I suggest you get something to drink, maybe even some popcorn, and we're going to finish this up. Oh, yeah, that hits the spot. So he's smashing the mechanical Godzilla through doors, and mechanical Godzilla is smashing regular Godzilla through buildings. And we already had one fight that lasted for maybe 10 minutes in the beginning with Godzilla and Kong. Again, that just popped off. It was just kind of like a meet-up fight. We don't even know why that happened. So somehow in the mix, Godzilla, real Godzilla and Kong, they're scrapping it out. Boom, bang, biggity bang, boom, bow, whip, whap, whap, and I didn't say whop, I said whap, bap, 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 bing. So like a Batman movie. Pow, zoom, bang, Sykes. It was just like that. That's how I felt. So Godzilla is just like scratching Kong up. Kong is, throwing some punches, but he's weak. He's just getting beat up. So you felt sorry for him. I feel like they really should have just pulled out like some Depend diapers because it was hurtful to watch Kong go down. But it was nothing you can do because you didn't really expect much from him. Like from the beginning of the movie, I didn't expect much from Kong because they just portrayed him as this aged character, like this aged monster. And so you're seeing him, lying on the ground. So, of course, we're thinking this is it. I mean, in your head, they're not going to let him die. But how can they save him? Well, I'll tell you. A car, overhead wires that Godzilla did not destroy, and they'll strap that to his chest, and they'll resuscitate him to make his heart start beating again. Yeah, that happened. So 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Zappo! Kong is up and running. So he's like, you know what? Okay, I got this. So while the two Godzillas are fighting, the little girl, of course, because she's everywhere with her mother in every different environment. They just, they're on a rig together in the ocean. They're in this alternate universe together. Like, this is the best take your daughter to work day ever because she's been to so many great places. Like, I guess that was cool in the movie. I guess. I don't know. So the girl is there, and for whatever reason, she's like on the front line. Like, you just letting your daughter in all types of situations that's dangerous. But the little girl, she's just like signing to Kong. She's like, look, you and Godzilla are friends. The enemy is Megazilla. He's your enemy. You two are buddies. You need to go help him, save him, and save us. Like, go do something, Kong. And Kong is like, you kind of lied to me before. Why should I believe you? So it was like that whole 10-minute stare down. Should I go? Yes, you should. Are you sure? Yes, you should. So it was that. I managed to stay awake. I didn't take another nap. So Kong is like, okay, I'm for it. So, we come to find out that the evildoer, the guy who runs this company, the villain, he's mind controlling this metal Godzilla. And here comes the Three Stooges. The podcast is ready to just take down a half bottle of Jack Daniels because he just wants to end his life because he's just over everything. And so the English dude, he's like, what? You got liquid? Let me have the liquid. And the guy is like, oh, don't take my liquor. Like, this is over. So English kid is just like, oh, let's just pour the liquid on his console, which is going to somehow travel to the machine that the evil guy is running with his mind. And we're winners. Okay. Yeah, that happened too. So liquid spills. The Mega Godzilla is like malfunctioning. So now the real Godzilla is like, oh, it's on now, partner. It is on. We are going to be throwing claws and tails and fire and like radioactive waves. And Kong is like, let me get in on this. I'm going to help you. Even though you came here to hurt me for no reason, I'm still going to help you. I'm going to help you. We're going to just put all beefs aside and I'm going to help you. So Kong gets up. He's like mollywhopping like the mega, monster. Boom, bang, whop, body shots, punches, blows, everything. He's giving it to him. So, Megazilla has one more in him. He's going to do Ray thing. Likes me revving up my Ray. But he's not able to do it because he's malfunctioning now. Now he's totally shutting down. So for some reason, Kong managed to pick up like a hatchet in the street when he was just walking. I don't even know how he got this hatchet, but he just picked it up somewhere. So he's just like taking his hatchet and he's like, giving it to Megazilla. Bam! Slice off the arm, slice off the legs. He's just doing everything. They just tearing him apart. So he finally gets him down and he just totally just goes for the whole neck, just rips off the whole head and just, Megazilla's down. Now, Godzilla is like, okay, but we still not friends. And we're thinking like, this is it. This is the part where we find out why they're beefing with each other, right? Either that or they're going to go at it. And now this is going to be it. I'll take 20 minutes left of the movie for them to go at it head to head because the movie is Kong versus Godzilla. But they were fighting everybody else except each other, except for that one part. Well, 10 minutes in the beginning and maybe 10 minutes somewhere in the middle. But Godzilla was fighting Megazilla. Kong was fighting alternate animals in another universe. So they never really had it on and popping like a real fight. So I felt cheated, felt gypped actually. So it's just like some gang movie. Preacher comes in. He's just like, you guys don't have to do this. So, one group, they drop the knife. Other group, they drop the gun. So Kong comes in, he just drops the knife and he's just like, listen, I don't want to do this no more. I'm tired. Kong was like, so? Like, it's over for right now, but I'm going to be back in about 3 years and it's going to be on again. Like, that was the whole vibe I got from Godzilla. He was not playing. He was lifting weights. He was big as I don't know what. Like, he could have been on steroids too. I don't know. But he starts walking towards the water. We don't see him get in, but they pan to him swimming away. So something else is going to happen. Now, again, if there was a sequel to this, which there shouldn't be, God, please don't make a sequel to this. But if there were to be one, you wouldn't even need to see this movie to get the gist of what's happening. This movie should not have been made. Should not have been made. Can't say it any clearer. If you disagree with me, fine. Put it in the comments. Be respectful, though. Be respectful. And I urge you to have some type of snack and beverage while watching this movie. I feel robbed of an hour and however long this movie was. And I just don't think that it would be something I would ever watch again on repeat. Now, I've seen some bad movies over and over again, but this will not be one. Will not be one. I ain't gonna lie to you. Godzilla, beef on him now. Oh, water dragon. I'm just saying, if he just happened to be walking down the street, numbers might be exchanged. You know, everybody, you know, they're into their own little thing. But water dragon, how bad could that be? You know, but this is going to be it for this episode, people. Remember to always stay intrigued. And until next time, bye.
Just as bad.